The Shinobi system, the village, Shinobi themselves. They created these circumstances. What caused me to despair is this world itself, this counterfeit world!
Obito Uchiha, the mastermind behind nearly all the disasters in the Shinobi world. He unleashed and controlled the Kyuubi, causing Minato and Kushina's death, and aided Itachi in the Uchiha clan massacre, and joined the Akatsuki in transforming the organization from freedom fighters into a terrorist group. And he was also the cause of the Fourth Shinobi World War, the largest war the Shinobi world had ever experienced. We know that Obito sought to exact his revenge on the world. He did all of this to express the pain of losing Rin, the person he loved, and he also wanted to bring her back to life. But is it really that simple? Did he start the war just because he was obsessed with her? What is the real motivation behind all his actions? What is his philosophy? Obito was known as a member of the Uchiha clan who was believed to have died during the Third Shinobi World War. He remained known only through the Sharingan he gave to his teammate, but in reality Obito was saved from death and trained by Madara Uchiha. But the events during the war left Obito disillusioned with the world, driving him to create a new reality. Obito used the names Tobi and Madara to manipulate the Akatsuki from the shadows to achieve his goals, eventually revealing his intentions and initiating the Fourth Shinobi World War. But why? This story begins when he was still a child. Obito was born in Konoha, and in his childhood, he had no parents. He was kind and helpful. He was emotional and deeply loved those close to him. If he could, he would have given them the world and protected them from any danger. Obito was different from the other Uchihas. He was not filled with anger and hatred, but rather with love. He also didn't have the intelligence or talent like the other, but he was full of passion and idealism. Obito wanted to protect others, and aspired to be Hokage to safeguard everyone. He had a heart like Naruto's, with the will and kindness to help those in need. After graduating from the academy, he joined Minato's team with Kakashi and Rin. Obito really liked Rin, and had a rivalry with Kakashi, similar to the rivalry between Naruto and Sasuke. Although Obito was inferior compared to Kakashi, he was still a very great shinobi. Obito grew up without parents, feeling lonely and longing for recognition. He dreamed of becoming the strongest shinobi and Hokage. When Rin became part of his life, Obito felt acknowledged. She might have been the only person truly close to him. It's no surprise that he loved Rin because of that. To Obito, Rin was the light of his world. Obito had no one. He felt lonely. At this point, Kakashi, Rin, and Minato were probably his only friends, and he cared deeply for all of them. During the Third Shinobi War, Kakashi led the mission to destroy Kanabi Bridge, blocking Iwagakure from using Kusagakure as a support point. With Minato called to the front lines, the team had to complete the mission under Kakashi's command. They were discovered by enemy shinobi, leading to Rin's capture. Here, Obito and Kakashi clashed. Kakashi believed completing the mission was more important than themselves. Obito was furious and insisted they had to save Rin. Obito went alone, telling Kakashi, "Shinobi who breaks the rules is scum, but one who abandons their friends is worse than scum." This statement shows how deeply Obito cared for his friends. Moved by Obito's words, Kakashi followed him and helped rescue Rin. He lost his left eye here. To save Kakashi, Obito awakened his Sharingan, allowing him to defeat the enemy. Obito and Kakashi rescued Rin, but the kidnappers caused the cave to collapse. Kakashi fell, and Obito, realizing he would be hit by falling rocks, pushed him out of the way, trapping himself. Obito lost the right side of his body, and gave Kakashi his Sharingan to replace his damaged eye while protecting him and Rin. The enemy soon found them, forcing Kakashi and Rin to leave Obito behind. Here, Obito felt he had finally grown close to Kakashi, only for it to be taken away, and he realized he could no longer confess his feelings to Rin. The last image Obito saw of Rin was her being saddened by his weakness, unable to protect her and the people he cared about. Obito was too weak to stop fate. The rock trapped him, and he couldn't save Kakashi and Rin from the inevitable war. Obito was then saved by Madara. Madara revived him by implanting Hashirama's cells into the right side of his body. Despite fearing Madara, Obito felt indebted to him for saving his life, and was willing to offer any help he could. Obito began his long rehabilitation, eager to recover and return to Konoha to help his village and friends in the war. With White Zetsu's help, Obito was able to use his prosthetic limbs, and when he heard Kakashi and Rin were nearby, he went to meet them. He was eager to see the two people who were very close to him again. When Obito saw them, Kakashi stabbed Rin with his Chidori, and Obito witnessed his friend kill the one he loved. He had told Kakashi to protect Rin, only to see that it was Kakashi who killed her. This event awakened both of their Kyo Sharingan. At this point, Obito's purpose in life changed. Here, his philosophy changed. Obito brutally killed all the shinobi there, venting all his anger. Disappointed by reality, he sought to take revenge on the world for its cruelty. He returned to Madara, who indoctrinated him and urged Obito to become him to fulfill his plan. Obito wanted to bring Rin back to life and create a peaceful world, just like Madara's dream. Obito, like Madara, became a victim of the curse of hatred. After losing everything, Obito stopped caring about his village and friends, feeling that reality shouldn't exist. The only way to make everything safe was by creating a new world. He was willing to sacrifice himself and everyone else for that plan. Like Madara, Obito manipulated those around him, making them believe in his goals and strive to achieve them. For the next 16 years, Obito caused countless disasters in the shinobi world. Obito controlled Kurama, killed Minato, destroyed the Uchiha clan, manipulated Akatsuki, and started the Fourth Shinobi World War. But it wasn't that simple. Obito wanted to bring Rin back, but that was just part of his dream. He remained the same as he was in his childhood. He still held the ideals from his childhood, wanting to protect everyone, prevent others from feeling the pain he experienced, and ensure peace for all. Obito didn't change just because Kakashi killed Rin. He changed because he realized not everyone could live with luck. His goal all along was to become Hokage and protect everyone, especially those he loved. And when he saw Rin die, he lost his purpose and the meaning of everything. When he held Rin's body after killing all their enemies, he said, "This was hell." He realized that he couldn't bring Rin back by seeking revenge. He realized that the reality he had was far from perfect. When he held Rin's body, that was when his grasp on the humanity and ideals he had vanished. That's when he changed completely. When Obito said he wanted to create a world where Rin could live again, he didn't just want that. He wanted to erase everything that took Rin from him, all the pain, conflict, war, and hatred. He wanted to protect everyone from the imperfections of reality. When he heard about the Tsukuyomi plan, he didn't want to achieve it for his own gain. He remained the same, someone who wanted to protect everyone, even if it meant sacrificing himself. He wanted to become Hokage, to lead the shinobi world and make it safe, to protect everyone. With Tsukuyomi, he believed he could achieve all of that, thinking it was for the good of all shinobi. He believed every bad action he took was for the greater good of the shinobi world. He felt no sympathy for the harm he caused others, believing it was all pointless because they lived in a flawed, meaningless reality. Obito parallels Naruto. They both wanted to help and protect others, and aspired to become Hokage. They both grew up without parents and shared the same dream. Obito wasn't a Jinchuriki like Naruto, and didn't face the village's hatred as a child. But as an Uchiha, he bore the clan stigma in Konoha due to Madara's legacy. But not everyone is as lucky as Naruto. Obito had few friends to keep him on the right path or bring him back when he strayed. Naruto had Kakashi, Jiraiya, the third Hokage, and his friends. Obito had no one. All he had were the three members of his team. When one killed the other, and the last one was nowhere to be found, no one was there to bring him back to the right path. The only person by his side was Madara. Madara was the one who taught him about the curse of hatred. The one who taught him reality was worthless. The one who taught him about light and darkness. The one who gave him hope, saying there was a way to restore everything to return to his youth before the Third Shinobi War and bring Rin back. Obito saw himself in Naruto as a child, making him question everything he had done. Was it truly for the shinobi's good? Or had he been wrong all along? Obito realized Naruto was right, and his first act was sacrificing himself to revive those he had killed. However, Madara used Zetsu to control his body and force him to bring Madara back to life. Obito's story is truly tragic. He was just a child who wanted to restore the happiness of his childhood. He only wanted to protect the shinobi from the pain and loss he experienced in a meaningless reality. He only wanted to protect the people he loved. Obito is the perfect example of what could have happened to Naruto if his friends hadn't been there for him. Obito didn't do it all just to be with Rin again. He did it all to save everyone from the hell he experienced. He wanted to protect everyone from the unfair reality they lived in. Obito hid everything behind his mask, acting cold and ruthless with it. But we know he was still the kind-hearted boy who wanted to protect everyone, especially those he loved.